All right, today I'm going to show you how to build a website. This has been a huge game changer for me because this is one of the main things that helped me get from $400 photo shoots to $4,000 photo shoots. Which photos do they care about? Which photos do they not care about? And I've done many mistakes, and that cost me raising my prices almost 10 times. And I remember studying this. I was walking in the Vondelpark, in the main park in Amsterdam. I remember just walking, trying to clear my mind about what do clients actually want to see, like answering all those questions and trying to understand, like, what do they ask me? How do they want to see it? And how do I present it in a way that's wow and get a lot of clients? I've studied marketing and why things work and how do we get people to actually take action, even though it's on a website and it's like people take less action on the internet. How do we actually make them take action and book you and want to book you for really high prices? And how do we make this feeling that's, oh my God, this feels expensive, this feels good, this feels like something I like and I want to be part of. So this is how my first website looked like. And look how many mistakes we have. Most photographers, their website look like this. You got my name, and then you got instantly photos that are oversized and they don't fit the whole screen. This is me. And no context. This, like, you need to scroll 2 screens to see the whole photo, right? And then it's random photos also, like this is buildings, then there's faces, then there's like random things that people cannot relate with. Is this real? This is not real. I was actually playing with 3D. Doesn't matter, but the client doesn't know that. And then this, what is this photo? Did you take this photo? What did you do here? I didn't explain it, but what I did actually, I made this photo of this iPhone. I took my iPhone and I made a photo out of it. And you can see it cropped everything and did stuff, but they don't know it because I don't explain it, right? So a lot of random stuff. And then if they want to see more, then there's categories. And I bet most photographers have their website like this. I'm going to show you now how my website looks like now and how different it is. So you see, it's not overwhelming. It's like in the same size, but then you get also like a little bit of copywriting. It looks good. There's some design, there's white space. It looks so much more luxurious, so much better. My business was very simple. I worked for people. They recommended me to other people. And then I stayed in the same circle, so same friends, same type of clients, same everything. And that's why I couldn't break out of those low budget, low value, being undervalued, right? Because low budget clients, they have friends with low budget as well. So they recommend you to those kind of people. And then even if I would get someone who has a little bit more budget, then he would look at my website and be confused that he wouldn't know what to do with me. He would just not contact me because he has so many other photographers to contact, especially with his budgets. He doesn't know how to communicate. He just shows his work because there's a saying in the creative world which says, let your work speak for itself. Wrong, because you got to explain, you got to give context. Art is being sold for millions of euros because it has a story. It has a why. The artist has a story. There's more context. It's not just like put a piece of banana there and people will buy it. There is the back end of a story. People speak about it. There's like context. Why is it even there in this luxury place where all the other things are being sold for a lot of money? Anyway, different topic, but we got to be humans. We want to learn why some people made these decisions. What is their background? How do they got those results? There's a lot of context that people care about. And it's good news because people care about you more than you might think. So in this phase where I started investing in myself and raising my prices, and in this year, I also learned what do the big entrepreneurs do. And one of the things I learned was the big entrepreneurs, they don't work for money. They make money work for them. They invest their money in things that make more money. So I tried to figure out how can I do it myself. And I learned the worst thing you can do with your money is keep it in your bank account. So I was like, okay, I'm letting my money in my bank account die. It's not making me any money, it's just losing value. How can I change that? And then I learned one of the best things you can invest in is in your own business, in your mindset, in your skills, in what you know, but also how to communicate what you know. And in your business, basically. So I was thinking, what can I pay that will grow over time, that will provide more value, that will get me to raise my prices? And then a website was one of those. So that's why I spent 3 years building this website. I invested my time. But not only that, I hired a designer that cost me a few $1,000s, and she was amazing. She was just asking me the right questions that got me to dream about the future, how I want to look like, how I want to present my work, where I want to go, what do I want my business to look like and my future to look like. So then this website helped me to raise my prices a lot. And here's exactly how. First of all, when people see the right information, they spend much more time on your website. They don't feel like they're wasting their time. and they don't feel like, okay, I get more dopamine from going to someone else's website or from even being distracted and going to social media or whatever, because everyone is fighting for attention. Why would they spend so much time on your website? Just looking at your photos? No, it's not enough. They want to see much more. The second thing I did actually is it took me half a year to figure that out, how to do it on WordPress, but I found a way where I can deliver my clients photos that I made for them on my website. Basically, it told Google that people share my website with their friends, and I share my website with my clients and they share it with their friends. Google started ranking me on the first page. So when you write Amsterdam event photographer, my website shows up. And because of that, I got a lot of clients and a lot of requests. I figured out, what do I need to show to get the attention of the best people? How do I make my website feel expensive, where I get only emails and requests to work with me from people who are really expensive? Back then, I had too much work. I had also low-paying clients. But one of the ways I raised my prices was because I was overworked. I had too much things to do. My way of saying no was just to raise my prices. So I just raised my prices. And then I saw, okay, are they reacting good? Are they reacting bad? Are they ghosting me? Or are they booking me? And also I could study, like, what do I need to say to raise my prices? What do I need to say when I ask someone $2,000? Or what do I need to say when I ask someone $6,000? What do I need to show them? What do they need to see? What makes sense? And I could have done so many tests because I got so many emails that, okay, they ghosted me. Okay, let's try something new next time. Next time I raise my price, I'll say it this way, or I'll show this way, or I'll send this link instead. So I like to compare everything to real life principles, to how do people actually, like, what is nature? How does nature work with it? So that's why I compared this whole interaction of websites with nature. And the biggest mistake with this kind of website is basically you meet someone, I'm a photographer, and you're like, cool, what do you do exactly? And you're like, just showing your photos, and you stop speaking. And for the clients, it's cool, it looks good, great. So I started studying, what do really people ask me? What do they care about? What do they want to learn first? So what they want to hear about first, they meet you, they're like, hey, what's your name? What do you do for work? When you're networking or in a wedding or an event, people ask, what do you do for work? And then you say what you do. And then for me, it's, I'm a photographer, videographer. I shoot weddings, I shoot events, and I shoot commercials. What do they ask after? They're like, cool, that's cool. What do you exactly do? In my opinion, what they really want to know is your results. What did you do for other people? What results did you got for your clients? How successful are you? Why do you do what you do? All those things combined it. So that's where I show, this is my results. My photos are my results, right? They're part of it. And then I say storytelling, and I love authenticity and confidence, and that's what I try to show in my photos, right? And then I speak a little bit about myself, what I achieved, what I did, and then another result, those clients that I got to work with. This built huge trust. And that's what they first actually want to do. They want to first trust us. They want to know if we're trustworthy, if they can work with us, if they even care about learning how we can help them. Anyway, this is not the perfect example yet. I'm building a website template for you guys, which everything is going to be in one page and it's going to be organized in the right way and structured. But for now, we're still building it. We're still in the process. So this is my current website, which, because I stopped doing only photos, I do much more than that now. So this is it, right? What we do, right? We create content that sells. Second thing is the results. We focus on the results. This is my results for my social media. And this is other results that I got 700 leads. That's crazy. And then 150 calls from one post. Now they're interested, so I can tell them a little bit more about who I am, what I do, the team. And then more results also. The clients that we got, the amount of projects that we did. This is results. How many people were happy actually? What do people actually experience from working with me, right? So what I like to do, instead of just send them like a copy paste of some review that people ask me, because I don't think that's trustworthy enough, I just show them screenshots of what people actually send me. And this is super authentic. This is real. She sent it to me in Dutch, so I had to translate it, but this is actually real. All those messages that I really got. So then people can trust you much more, and they can see what kind of results you got for other people. All right, and then after that, we want to show what exactly we can do for people. We got them interested. Oh my God, he got so much crazy results for other people. I want him to help me as well. I trust him now. Now we can show them exactly how we can help them. We take photos, right? They know that already. But we also guide them. We can make them feel amazing. So this is before I guided them. This was an intern of mine that took some photos. He made them feel like this. And then I saw they were not so comfortable. So I stepped in, started hyping them up. And then boom, we got this photo. And I think they love this photo so much more. They're so much alive here. And I think people can relate to that because it's really uncomfortable being in front of the camera. All right, the second thing is I edit differently. I don't edit like any other photographer. So you can see here an extreme example of, whoa, this is like dark. I used to actually edit my photos in a very moody kind of style till my clients in the Netherlands told me like, hey, Sam, like the Netherlands is quite moody, it's quite gray, rainy, and boring the whole time and not so colorful. When we make events, we want everyone to feel like it's summer, like it's go time. We want to be outside, it's beautiful outside. So that's why I started editing my photos in a vibrant, beautiful, golden skin and lots of color, summer kind of vibe, right? I don't just take photos, I also can lie to you in an amazing way. On a wedding or an event, I can bring an assistant and we can take photos, share with them my SD card. They will edit the photos automatically, or we will even have a photo stand where my camera will be connected to my computer and my computer will edit the photos automatically. And then we can airdrop it to the clients, or we can print those photos and give it to the guest. Made a few reels about it. I have a photo store, right? So people can buy photos from me. And within one click, they can have a whole album designed like this. And then I come up with creative ideas. I have a lot of photo shoot ideas and accessory. And like, I don't just take photos. I come up with a whole concept and ideas. I can bring clothes. I can bring accessories. I can find a location. Just call me. I'll help you much more than just come on location and take photos and not speak to you, which is what some photographers do. I actually have a story from a bride that told me during the wedding that one person that she knows, a friend or a family member, had a wedding photographer. The wedding photographer didn't show any authenticity, didn't show any real connection. So they couldn't connect with her. And she was just standing there, telling them like, stand there, and just took photos. And they felt so awkward. So they have beautiful photos. The lighting is good, but they remember how awkward they felt. And because of that, they don't have good memories from their wedding. And when they see the photos, they have bad memories. So they had to book another photographer. They couldn't do the wedding again, but they booked another photographer and they redid the wedding experience. And now they have better photos with better memories. Backup methods. The clients will never want to hear from you, I lost the photos. So because of that, I took it very seriously. I have 5 backup methods so that my clients, the chance of them hearing from me that I lost all their photos will be very small. And then I don't do only photos, I do also videos. I have personal gallery where they could share the photos with grandma and grandpa and it's all looking beautiful. They can have music, passwords, whatever they want. But then one really important principles is people remember the first thing you told them and the last thing, like the beginning and the end. So you don't only get me posing and you don't only get a gallery. They see, oh my God, I'm getting so much value. Here you can present your prices if you want. But for me, I have even more. We can pay for an add-on, for an extra videographer or photographer, on-site editor. So how I deliver the photos on location, an after movie, photo booths. That's a whole different topic, but they can rent a photo booth for maybe 500 or 1,000 euros a day. And then, yeah, I make extra money, or they can rent it without me or with me, right? And then here, ideally, at a call to action, this is out of date, but the best thing would be to have your phone number. Some people like to email and do, because some brides, they're like 2 a.m., they can't sleep, so they're looking for photographers. They don't want to call you instantly, but they could send you a message or an email, right? But ideally, you want to get them on a call, and you want to also give them a reason to call you. Give them instant dopamine, like show them that they will get instant dopamine if they call you. That's like the likelihood of them calling you will be much higher. So you can say things like, call me, I'll help you plan your wedding or plan your event. I know all the vendors, I can recommend you everyone. I can help you with everything. I can give you ideas for how we can make the photo shoot amazing. I will give you my prices. I will give you everything you want. Just call me. I'll help you much more than you think I can. They will make them really curious and want to book you and call you. One thing I see a lot of photographers do, and it's their decision, it might work for them. I don't think you can get the most result out of this. They do like a whole questionnaire with thousands of questions or 10 questions asking everything. And then it makes it really difficult for someone to book you, right? They could have started answering, got distracted, they forgot about you, you lost a lead, you lost someone who could have paid you a lot of money, right? Now you want to make it as easy as possible for them to contact you, to engage with you, because then you can like follow up with them, you can give them instant dopamine, you can connect much quicker, deeper, and better, and they remember you much more, and you can contact them. And it's just more human, right? And then if you have those questions that you want to qualify those people, then you can just do it on the phone with them, or you can send them on WhatsApp after they engaged a little bit. So the marketing principle is to get back to them within 5 minutes or as soon as possible, because then their memory is fresh. Imagine getting back to them in a day or after a few hours. They might have looked at 10 other pages of other photographers and they already forgot who you are. If you get back to them within 5 minutes, they know exactly who you are, and the chances of them paying you much higher because they remember you. The emotions are high after they looked at your website. They love everything because that's why they contact you, and they remember exactly who you are. So here you want to ideally give them a reason why they should contact you or how quick the dopamine will be, right? A map or a guide of this will happen. First, contact me, we'll speak, I'll give you ideas, and then we'll prepare for the photo shoot. I'll prepare you for the photo shoot. I'll help you with posing. I'll help you choose your mood board and everything. And then we'll do the photo shoot and then you'll get the photos. That's also, it builds a lot of trust. Now it creates clarity and trust. And okay, this is how it's going to happen. And then the call to action can be something like, let's plan your wedding together, or something that will be like, oh my God, it's so helpful. He understands. Something exciting, something emotional as well. Now we can go into the copywriting, right? So I have an assistant who is helping me do all of this with a lot of principles that I told her. So we're now getting into the copywriting, how to write, what to say, what do they want to say, what do they want to hear from you, right? So she wrote, your comfort is my priority. To me, that sounds like bullshit, like he's trying to scam me, lie to me if I was a client. Your comfort is my priority. I've heard it before. It sounds so bullshit. My job is to make you laugh out loud or to pee your pants from tears, from laughing. Something funny that's like, he has confidence, he is funny, he understands his job is not just to take photos. The whole point here is good, but how you say it really matters. You should just speak as a human, just speak normal. How you really are, how you really speak, just say it this way. And yes, in text, you have more time to think about, but you don't need to sound a robot. Also with social media, I learned that like the more you can dumb it down, the more people will watch it, the more people will engage with it, the more people can understand you. Because some people, their first language is not English. Maybe they're Mexican or from different countries, in different cultures. If I say a word sophisticated or elaborate, it's not human. We don't speak like that on a day-to-day. I don't speak like that, so I don't want my copywriting to sound like it, because that's not me. The main principle with copywriting is just really speaking how you sound, how you actually speak in real life. And then don't speak too much also. Don't write too much. I see this mistake also. How much do we actually want to say? So it's like real in real life, right? People ask you, so how can you help me? This is how I can help you. I can not only take photos of you, but I can also guide you. Here's like, it's this example of this bride who was so uncomfortable when my intern shot her. And then I just jumped in. I made her crack. I made her laugh, and I cracked them. And now they look like this. Amazing. So those exact words, we can write them here. The same for here. I edit quite unique. I make my photos stand out, and I use vibrant colors. And it's important for me because in the Netherlands, it's very depressing. And it's important for me to have vibrant photos. My editing gets results for my clients that they look at the photos and they're like, oh my God, this was a beautiful summer wedding or beautiful event in the summer and everyone showed up and it was not raining, right? Even if it was raining. I can even add a photo here because I have this effects. I can edit in Lightroom. I can remove dark skies, and from making it look gray and rainy, I can make it look sunny. So I can show that, right? And then you see a lot of sun here. Could have been actually great, like maybe a festival overview or an event overview, and then you see that the sky is completely replaced and much prettier. So yeah, I bring studio lighting. I have studied studio lighting for a long time, and I can bring those big lights with me. I only bring them if it actually will make you feel comfortable. But if not, I will not. And then here, fast delivery. This is how copywriting should be done. It should be just humans speaking to humans. And it should feel like it. All right, let's move to pricing. After this, after they understand all the value, we can show them the prices. Ideally, we don't want to show them the prices. Like I understand some people want to show the prices on the website, some people don't. I tried it. I got like, I stopped doing that once because actually I have a little trauma, or not trauma, but I had someone I was working with. He was better than me. He was longer in the industry than me. He gave me some jobs. And then one day I decided, okay, I'm going to show the prices on my website. And then 2 days after, 3 days after, this guy sent me a message. He's a photographer. Hey Sam, I just by coincidence was on your website and I saw your prices and 200 per hour. That's ridiculous. That's too much money. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I'll take it down. I'll go back to my normal prices. I'm sorry about it. He lowered my confidence for a while, but then I kept raising it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. If you want to put your website, like it builds trust. People can trust you. But the downside of having your prices on your website is that people might not understand the value that you present, and then it's more objections. This is the price, and then they're shocked, and they're like, then this is where they ghost you, right? So if you show your prices and people don't ghost you, and people like want to book you, they will book you instantly because they know everything already. But I think from my experience, it's better to get them on a call, make it feel expensive so they know it's not going to be cheap, but then first show them how much value, connect with them, be human, help them, even if it's for free. Then you show the price, you speak about the price after they know all the value, because you're part of the value, you helping them, you having the experience, you having the knowledge to help them, knowing all the vendors and everyone, and working with those, this venue or this venue, right? This is all they need to know that, and they need to feel you. They need to feel if they can trust you, right? And trust is a huge part of the value because it's maybe their biggest day of their life, right? So with B2B, I just share the price in the email. With weddings, I also try to call them, or we get on a phone call. But then how do you present your prices? Exactly like we do here. And then we can show, for example, package number 1 is 2.5K. And then you get 6 hours of coverage. You get a wedding album, because it's really good for tax reasons. And you get studio lighting, online gallery, my experience guiding, right? You get a lot of stuff. But then you get another package, which is 5,000. And then you get the 12 hours of time, and you get a second shooter and everything that's in package 1. So everything here, and maybe a photo print, right? A big print. And then you do 10,000. And I recommend doing something really expensive, even though you think like no one will book it. Have it there. You can have your biggest dream, what you dream about doing. You can have it there in the highest package, $10,000, and then you get me for a whole weekend, an assistant, a videographer, an after movie, studio lighting, instant delivery with my assistant. You get a photo booth. You get so much things, right? This is why it's good, because people can see, oh my God, he can do so much. Some people it's out of the budget, but for some people, money is not an issue. They want to spend on some things. They want to invest it. They want to get something out of it. So this is lovely for them to see it. It's, oh my God, he's speaking my language. This is amazing. So you might get lucky and get one of those big boys to pay you a lot of money. But even if you don't, the other prices look suddenly so much cheaper. If you go to a restaurant and the first thing is a bottle of wine for $1,000, you're like, oh my God, this is so much money. But then after that, the other wines are like, okay, this place is quality because they have this thing. And then 10 euros or 50 euros looks so little compared to it. It's called price anchoring. So it has benefits in both ways. Someone big is going to book you, or your prices are just going to look so much cheaper compared to your big package, and it's going to make people value you more and be like, this guy is quality. Now, moving on to the next principle, and that is never assume attention and choose really carefully what you want to show them. Because if you make the wrong decision, you might lose their attention, you might lose a booking because of that, or you might make them value you less. So for example, my assistant, she wrote the same thing twice, right? In the website, she wrote worldwide clients and then another time. So if I read this, worldwide clients, cool, this is really cool. And then I read it again. Oh, okay. Well, now she's wasting my time. Like now you're wasting my time because I just spent energy on reading something and time and it's not providing me any more value, right? Same for here. She tried to show me different examples, but it's a principle. Don't say the same thing twice, and everything you say should be what you would really say in front of someone. Don't waste their time. So this is, for example, my luxury wedding page, right? Here I show them exactly how it's going to be. And then here I show them photos. And I choose very carefully what I show them. Here it's the couples, right? And then here it's a moment. And then here it's only the venues, only the locations. So I choose what I show them. And I don't overwhelm them with 100 photos. I chose every photo because I love every photo here, right? Same for here. And also a principle, notice it's not overwhelmingly big. It's quite small, but it looks good. And the text feels luxury, the font, but also there is a lot of white space. And white space is something that took me a lot of time to learn. And I had to learn it the hard way. I wanted my photos to be overwhelmingly big, but no, white space is so important. That's why all those luxury brands, they put their product and they have a lot of white space. This is why an art gallery, you have a huge wall, completely white, and then you have a small banana somewhere or a small print. It's because this is how important this photo is. This is how important. If you see it's blown up really big, it has also an effect. But if you see only big photos, then nothing is special. But then if you see this small photo and then this big photo, but yeah, I have this now bigger size, family and friends, authentic family photo, family, and then you have your unique moments, and then everything is just beautiful with details, videos. And then also, we want everything to be in one page. Like there's a principle, a confused mind always says no. So we don't want to have like too many pages and stuff and options and stuff. You want to have one page to action. Message me or call me, like contact me. It's one call to action. Now, I can speak a lot about my photo booth, right? I can say a lot of things. But if I would be in real life, would I speak like 10 minutes about my photo booth when they ask me, so how can you help me? No, I would just tell them I have a photo booth. But that's exactly where this button comes in handy. If they say photo booth, then it's like them clicking on this page and then seeing a whole elaboration about a photo booth, like how it can help them. And then here also check prices and availability, delivery, showtime, pickup, receiver gallery. So also another principle with design, don't overcomplicate it. This text, for example, I wouldn't approve this anymore. Why? Because it's not readable enough. I need to really squint my eyes and read. And if it was an old person, I would be like, fuck this website, I don't want to read it. So this is not helpful. This is just like the values are misaligned. Like trying to be luxury or have a beautiful design is more valuable than being readable. No, that's wrong. Readable is more important. So I would choose a different font. I changed my font, but I just didn't update this website since then. I love actually like half arches, like this bohemian style a little bit. So for example, I love this arch. And I've seen it sometimes on Instagram where people just cut the top like this. And I just looked at it 10 times longer because I was like, this is so cute. It's so beautiful. It's amazing. I love those kind of things. Yeah, I actually spent a lot of time procrastinating on my website. That's why it took me 3 years. And that's why I didn't grow on social media back then, because I was just spending time on the wrong things. So be careful not to spend all your time on changing the colors of the buttons and adding this circle things. It just needs to be understandable. It does need to look good. And that's why I recommend hiring someone else, or this is why I'm building this template for you. But don't spend, like, your time is much more valuable than just changing the thing. So I used to change colors of everything. I used to change the font, the text, what's written, this circle, this edge. What I found also with luxury, like square is good. Like you can have a top round, but having corners, having sharp things, like it's also in this, you see it's sharp font. Luxury is minimalistic. It's a principle. If it was bold, it was less luxury. Everything's sharp in luxury. It can be also a mix of like smooth and sharp, like here. But yeah, I used to round up corners for all the photos, and then it looked a little bit more childish. If everything will be circle or rounded, it would look a little more childish, more plastic, more appealing also in a way, but less luxury. So it depends who you want to speak to. And then if you really want to know also more about like what do those clients actually value, you can see here status, time, speed. This is why I deliver photos instantly, but also confidence and security. So here you can read more about what do they value, high-paying clients. And this was a great video. I hope you learned something. And I hope you don't do the mistakes that I did for 3 whole years where I didn't got clients. Start investing in your website. Choose your photos very carefully. Choose what you show them, because their attention is very expensive and you want their attention. So choose carefully what you show them, what you say to them, and how everything looks and feels. Good luck.